Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbana zidna ilma. Allahumma faqihna fid din. Allahumma inni as'aluka ilman nafi'a wa rizqan tayyiba wa amalan mutaqabbala. Amin ya rabbal alameen. So here we are with our session number 83, and inshallah we are going to go over whatever we have learned in the past, and we are going to review all the concepts, and inshallah we will learn something new as well today, inshallah. Okay, so today I am going to go over whatever we have learned so far. So we have already learned that there are advatu shart that are haruf, and then there are advatu shart that can be an ism. When it comes to advatu shart that are haruf or harf, there are the following: in, izma, law, lawla, lawma, amma. So just to put everything in a systematic manner for you, I've just created these slides so that whenever you are reviewing everything, you have it handy that there are certain haruf that can be used as advatu shart. They set a conditional sentence, and among the haruf, there are some that are jazima, and then there are others that are ghayr jazima. So the ones that are jazima, that makes mudare majzoom after them, are in and izma, and the rest are all ghayr jazima, and they include law, lawla, lawma, and amma. And we have learned some details about each and every one of them. So keep that in mind. When it comes to haruf that are jazima, what do you remember about them? What are they going to do to fail mudare after them? What do you think can happen to fail mudare after them? If you see haruf jazima that set a condition, you are going to see mudare majzoom. Barakallahu fi, very well done. So then comes, the advatu shart that are ism. Okay, so there are many that are ism, and we have to all, we all need to memorize them, or whatever the way or form, or whatever helps you. The only way that you are going to be able to identify advatu shart is if you know what they are. Okay, so you have to memorize them. That's all that is expected of you, that you should know what are your advatu shart. You know the whole list, and then you have to find out what are isms, then what are haruf, and after you have identified isms from haruf, then you are going to see what are jazima, ghayr jazima, and then comes there are certain haruf, or actually there are certain isms. Actually all of them are isms. Some of the isms are the ones that are zarfiya versus ghair zarfiya. Ghair zarfiya means, some of them are ghair zarfiya. That means that they are not nouns of time and place. Okay, they have nothing to do with time and place if ghair is before, not related to time and place. Ghair zarfiya means that these asma'u shart have not anything to do with time and place. Does it make sense? So among those that have nothing to do with time and place, we have ma, mahma. They can be some of those who have nothing to do with time and place. They may not be indicative. Time, man, for sure, is used for intellectual beings. So do you think it has anything to do with time and place? Whoever is man or girl has anything to do with the noun of is me, Sister Saima, noun of time and place? No, right? So that is what ghair zarfiya mean, that they have nothing to do with time and place. They are advatu shart that are jazima, but they are ghair zarfiya, which means that they have no relation to time and place. Okay, and we have not learned much about it because it is not mentioned in Quran, but it can be an ism that may not have to do anything with time and place. Anyone remembers what ayu is? Have you ever learned ayu before? Who remembers that? ayu. Which, very well done. So where did you learn ayu? In the first term, remember the list of special mudafs? That is another ayu. That is another function of ayu. Ayuha is another function of ayu. But you have learned ayu in your first term as special mudaf that has mudaf ilayhi after it, right? Ayyuhum ahsanu amala, right? Ayyuhum ahsanu amala. When you read ayyuha, that is another type of ayyu, okay? But this ayyu is one that has to do with special mudaf. This is not the one that is seen after harf nida ya, okay? This one is special mudaf ayyu. Is this clear to each and every one of you? The one that can be adwatu shart jazima ghair zarfiya ismiya ayu is the one that is not ya ayyuha ayu, okay? That is another ayu that you see after hafnida ya, but this one is different. This one is the one that you see in your suratul mulk, ayyuhum ahsanu amala. This is the one where you see ayyul fariqaini, okay? Yes, it is like kullu bada. Very well done. Yes, those ones. Yes. So kullu, nafsu, ayu, badu, that one. Yes. So keep that in mind. And then kaifa ma has to do with however. So it is also how has no relationship to time and place, if you understand this. Okay. And then you had advatu shart that have to do something with time and place, right? That are going to be advatu shart, jazima, zarfiya, and ismiya. When I say wherever or where, is it a noun of time and place? Yes or no? What do you think? Right? So all of them are listed here for you, that these are the ones, that these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or there may be more, but these ones that you need to remember for the purpose of this course are going to be adwatu shart that are jazima, and they are nouns of time or place, and they are all isms, okay? And they will all have i'rab. Then you learned adwatu shart ghair jazima, zarfiya, ismiya. Remember idha, lamma, kullama, right? These are all the adwatu shart that do not make anything majzoom after them. Okay, you do not see anything majzoom after them. However, you do see that these three, iza, lamma, kullama, all have to do with time. Zar zaman, they give the connotation of zar zaman most of the time. Okay, is everyone with me so far? I hope. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? The reason for doing this is how you put i'rab on your words has to do a lot with this information on this slide here. Okay, these two slides are going to change how you are going to put i'rab on your verses. Okay, when you are going to do long surahs, you will notice that there is a difference how you are going to put i'rab on harf versus an ism and type of ism. Okay, when it is the type of ism, it also it changes how you give i'rab. Now tell me, when you see any zarf, what is the status of that zarf? Most of the times the zarf by default should be what in status? Very well done. Nasbin status. It should be nasbin status, right? Your zarf is a detail. It is nasbin status unless preceded by min. Okay, unless preceded by min, which it will be sometimes preceded by min. Your zaruf mainly like tahta, bada, fawqa, you always see them with fatha. When you were memorizing those tables for special zuruf, you must have noticed that they are all written with a fatha on top, right? The reason being because they are details. Okay, because they are detailed, therefore you have to give them fatha. Now these ones, what do you think about their status? Can they show their status? These are all non-flexible words. Okay, remember that these words and these words, these are, they're mabni. Okay, they are all mabni words, and so are these ones here, right? This, except for this one, Except for ayu, can ma, mahma, man change the ending? Can you ever see a change in ending to ma or mahma or man or kaifa ma, ayana, mata, anna? Can we ever see? No, you are not never going to see any change. So the word that does not change its form, that does not change its ending, what is that word in terms of flexibility? Is it non-flexible? Keep that in mind, okay? Except for a you, rest are all going to be seen as non-flexible words. But they are. But when I ask you what is the status of this word, what are you going to give me? What are you going to give me this in terms of status if my word is an ism and it is a zarf? If it is a zarf, then you are going to give me yes, a you is flexible. It is flexible, Ranas. Yeah, you will see bi ayyi ala rabbikuma tukaziban. So ar-Rahman. Which of the favors of your Rabb are you going to deny? Right? Make sense or no? I hope this is clear. Okay, so this word is flexible. It will show you all three forms. So it is flexible, therefore, because it changes its ending with all three statuses. Rest don't change, so they are going to be non-flexible. This part is clear so far. So if something it has to do with time and place, we have learned how to put Arab on that. If something has to do with time and place, what do you call that something? If it is in Jumla Ismiya, what is that? If you see an ism or anything in your Jumla Ismiya that is going to be related to time and place, you call it Mutalik bil Khabar. The same thing, if it is in your Jumla Failya, what do you call it? Mutalik bil Fail. Because that changes how you put your Arab. That is why I wanted you to be well versed with the different Arab of these words. Okay, so let me see what I have next for you. So this is something new that we are going to do. So I'm going to skip here and I'm going to go to the verses. Okay. Okay. Okay, so you see, this one I have done so many times. Let me just give you something else. Okay. I'm going to take you to another page. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Who is going to give me Arab of this sentence? What is going to be the Arab for in? Does it have any Arab? Very well done. It has no Arab because it's a harf. But what is the identity for this in? Sister Sabira, what do you think? When you see this in, what comes to mind? If it is followed by something that, maybe Mazzoom after it, what comes to your mind? In, if you see in Quran, so there are different types of in that you have learned, right? And we are currently doing conditional sentences, right? So if you see in, adwatu shart should come to your mind, right? That this is one of the adwatu shart. Yeah, it is adwatu shart. Can it be? If you all turn away, or if I just do it like, if you all turn away, if just keeping everything out of context, if I say, if you all turn away, then indeed Allah, He does not like ones who deny. So what do you think is happening here? فَإِن تَوَلَّوْا. What are you going to call? إِن تَوَلَّوْا. Condition. Very well done. It is a conditional sentence. What are you going to call this fa? Since now you are looking at your conditional sentence, Barakallahu fiki Aisha, you are going to call it Faur Rabita. What are you going to call Inna Allah la yuhibbul kafirin? Jawabu Shart. Why is this fa there? Why not فَإِن تَوَلَّوْا إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُحِبُّ الْكَافِرِينَ? What is there in your Jawabu Shart that justified? Yes, very well done. It has no fail. So it is an answer of your condition, yes, but Your answer was not a jumla failure. Jumla failure is not there. You need fa to be there to connect, right? Whenever your jawabu shart was not jumla failure, you are going to bring in fa. Okay? Jumla failure mudare, majzoom, or jumla failure madin, you have to bring your fa, because you have to bring fa for certain af'al as well. If you go back to your fa'ur rabita, let me show you here. Um, so here, if you can see, remember failul amr or failul nahi, right? Failul amr and failul nahi, you will see fa before it, right? If your jawabu shart is talb in terms of failul amr or failul nahi, you will see fa there, right? But if it is so, you can just say that, you know, since my jawabu shart is not jumla failure madin or mudare majzoom, I have to bring fa, and my jawabu shart was jumla ismiya. That is why I'm seeing fa ur rabita there. Isn't inna Allah la yuhibbul kafirin jumla ismiya? What do you think? It is, right? So when you put i'rab on that, how do you do then? Inna Allah. Who is going to give me i'rab for inna Allah? Inna inna wa ismuha, right? Inna wa ismuha la yuhibbul kafirina. What is this? La yuhibbul kafirina. Khabru inna, right? What kind of khabar you have, Sister Zarina? Is it jumla ismiya, mufradism, or what? What is your khabar? Is it a mufradism? It's a sentence. It's a jumla, right? Jumla failure is your khabar, okay? So la yuhibbu, la nafiya, yuhibbu, mudare, marfu, right? Fa'iluhu, damir mustatir, huwa, al-kafirina. What is al-kafirina? In this jumla failure, what is the role of al-kafirina? It's an ism, yeah, that everyone can tell because of al, and now we are doing jumla shartiya, so it's a detail. So what's the name for this detail? When you see a fail, and I have told you the fail, file, and the next thing is not mutalik bil khabar. It is maful bihi. You are in your jumla failure now because your khabar of jumla ismiya was jumla failure. So from here, you're just going to think about fail. Yuhibbu, fail, mudare, marfu, bis, bidamma, fa'iluhu, damir mustatir, huwa, fa'il is huwa pronoun, which is mustatir. Al-kafirina, right, is maful bihi. You are now going to stay in your jumla failure. This is inna Allah is your harf nasab wa ismuha. Okay, in tawallaw. Okay, so now this can be your fail mudare. There are two options for this one. Okay, there are two options for this one. This can be your fail mudare majzoom because of in, because it can be originally tatawallawna, and the mudare is majzoom. How? What is the form? How am I, if I'm calling it mudare majzoom, what is the, you know, how it has been made majzoom? Is it drop of noon? Barakallahu feek, right? So if you all turn away, then indeed Allah, He does not like kafirin. Okay, or it can be fail madi as well. This is because of the word structure I'm calling it that it can be fail madin, And you can see after in fail madin as well as your jumla shartiya. There is no absolute condition that you cannot see after in fail madin. You can see after in fail madin. Keep that in mind, my dear sisters. Okay. So if it is fail madin, then the pronoun here is the doer here is they. In tawallau, and this is if they all turn away, then indeed Allah, He does not like those who disbelieve. Make sense or no? And if I asked you the status of this sentence and this sentence, who can give me the status of these two sentences? In is jazima. What is the status? When in is jazima, the conditional statement after it is majzoom. Okay. And we have learned in makes two mudare majzoom. So here we can, if it is mudare or if it is madin, if it is mudare, we can say this is this is jumla failya majzoom. Okay, jumla failya fi mahalli jazmin. Anyways, you can just call it fi mahalli jazmin. And if it is even madin, you can call it fi mahalli jazmin. Okay. If jawabu shart is not mudare majzoom, what should I write here? If it is a jumla ismiya, what should I write here? It is still, if I asked you what is the status of inna Allah la yuhibbul kafirina, what will you give me as a status? Both jumla shartiya and jawabu shart are going to be fi mahalli jazmin. Remember that. Okay, fi mahalli jazmin. Remember that. Jawabu shart is also fi mahalli jazmin. Okay, remember that. That's important. How you are going to see the i'rab of the sentence. But as I mentioned in the beginning, in the very beginning, when I started teaching you shart, the expectation was at least you should be able to identify haruf shart. You should have the list of complete haruf shart and how the jawabu shart is beginning, how to label the jawabu shart, and then the rest of the i'rab you will learn with time. Okay, inshallah. Okay, now let me. There are a lot of tawallu, and I need to look at something other than tawallu. So because this was in a low, so okay. What are we seeing here? What is this low? Harf shart low, right? Harf shart low. Will it have any i'rab? Will it make anything majzoom after it? Barakallahu feek, la mahalla lahu min al-i'rab. Will it make anything majzoom after it? No, very well done. So now start learning, start identifying your conditional statement and your response to the condition. Jumla shartiya and jawabu shart. Where is your jumla shartiya? If so, now where is your jumla shartiya ending? Now let me translate it for you. Very well done. This is your jumla shartiya. If they had obeyed us, ma kutilu, they would have not been murdered or killed. Make sense or no? لو أطاعونا لو أطاعونا, if they would have obeyed us, they would have not been killed. So this ma kutilu is your jawabu shart. Why is there no what do you see in jawabu shart if law is your shart particle? What do we see in jawabu shart? La. Why are we not seeing la here? when I'm telling you ma qutilu is jo jawabu shart, very well done. Make sense? Rest of you? Yes, very well done, Aisha, because it is negative. It is negative. And when you have negative sentence, then you do not see la. If it is otherwise, you will see, you may or you may not see, but for negative sentence, for the most part, you're not going to see la with your jawabu shart. Okay? Everyone with me, or we are sleeping, or we lost you all? Who is understanding it so far? If your jawabu shart is, if jawabu shart for low is negative sentence, you do not see lam attached to the beginning of the jawabu shart. Okay, to the beginning of the jawabu shart, you are not going to see lam attached if jawabu shart is negative sentence. Okay, that was that. I hope this is now clear. Okay, so this is let me take you back again. Okay. I'm just wanting to, start with something easy so that, everyone is able with me. Okay. Okay. What is this? Most part, you will see ma that is in the beginning of the sentence as negation particle, mostly. Not always, but mostly. It can be question too. It can be ma istifhamia too, question ma, which means what. But for the most part, you will see it as you can see it as ma nafiya as well, and they would always be at the beginning of the sentence. Yeah. No, it is no. It is not always that you will see ma negation with ma. You can see with other forms of negation too, but usually you in Quran mostly you will see ma as the in the at the beginning of conditional response to condition as jawabu shart. Okay. Now idha ja'ahum amrun min al-amni aw al-khawfi adha'u bihi. Adha'u bihi. What do you think about this? Iza, Iza, إذا غير جازمة أدوات الشرط. Is it an ism or a harf? إذا. Ism. It is ism. It is ism. Okay. And whenever you see this, present, future, whatever tense is after it, don't worry about it. You translate it as a present, future. Okay. This is an ism. And then comes your ja'ahum amrun. Tell me, where is your shart ending and where is your jawabu shart beginning? Khawfi is the ending of your jumla shartiya. Adha'u bi is going to be your jawabu shart. Is if I have to ask you, and we have gone over it a little bit in our last session, who can give me the i'rab for iza? Since it's an ism. And I told you to do the Sister Aisha, I did not got time to check it. I'rab. Is it? It is what it is zarf. So zarf is by default nasb. Very well done. It is nasb mutalik bil fail, or you can also call it, to keep your job very, very easy and simple, mutalik bil jawabu shart. Azau. This, you are talking about this fail, right, Sister Ambari? That this is mutalik bil this fail. Azau. When do they do this? They do this when a matter comes from the peace or fear, they start, panicking, and they just spread it. And okay. Second one is jawab of the first one. Yes, this is jawabu shart. This is jawabu shart. That's it. Then comes, when it comes to the status of this is nasb. This is mutalik bil. Usually when we see zarf, we label it mutalik bil. Remember in the beginning, I started doing it, if you see a zarf in jumla ismiya, you call it mutalik bil khabar. If you see it in jumla failiya, you call it mutalik bil fail or maful fihi, right? Any of that. So if I have to connect this and this, they are already connected. Another way, the second way, another layer that you are going to add to the first layer is that you are going to call Idha not only ismiya, shartiya, zarfiya, but you are going to call it mutalik bil jawabu shart as well. Okay. And the whole sentence after it is going to go with Idha because it is unbreakable from it. They are together. And I gave you a brief outline of that, how they are going to be connected. So this is, yes, this is fi mahalli nasmin. This one is fi mahalli nasmin. Yes, this one is, yes, this one, the sentence after it is mudaf ilayhi, and we are going to do that time permitting, probably in our next session. But for now, you should know this is all connected to Idha, and this is the timing of this action. This action happens when this happens. Okay? Not only a shart, you have not only identified your adwatu shart, your jumla shartiya, your jawabu shart, but you have added another layer of i'rab on it, and you are saying that now this is going to be mutalik bil to my fail azra'u. Okay? Now, when I see لو ردوه إلى الرسول وإلى أولي الأمر منهم لعلمه الذين يستنبطونه منهم. So what do you see here? You are seeing harf shart. Are you going to worry about Arab now of this guy here? لو لا محل له من الإعراب, right? Unlike إذا, you are not going to do any i'rab for it because this is not an ism. It is a harf. Raddu, what do you see? Raddu, what is this? Raddu, madi, failuhu. Who is the file now? Give me the doer. Raddu, raddu. Wow is the doer. Wow is the doer. Sister Zanina, you are doing very well today. So raddu, wow is the doer. Home, wow is representing home. Who is, what is who? Is who the doer? Whenever you have an attached pronoun attached to a fail, it is your maf'ul bihi, right? Ila rasuli. What are you going to label this? Yes, it is a detail. Very good, Aisha. It is ila rasuli is mutalik bil fail, jar wal majroor wa mutalik bil fail. What is wow here? Atf ila ulil, ila uli. Ila uli. What is the relationship here? Jar wal majroor. Ulil amri. What is the relationship here? Ulil amri. Idafa. Very well done. Because remember, ulu, uli, uli. There were special words. They were from, there were special af'alul khamsa, asma'ul khamsa, like zu, zazi, zata, zati, zatu, those ones. And ulu is the plural for, some say plural, but it's not actually plural, but it is the, by meaning, it is a, ulu is the plural for zu, uli is the nasb jar form of it, okay? Uli is a nasb jar form of it, okay? So uli always comes up as special mudaf, so it is making an idafa, possessors of affair, okay? Or possessors of, authority. Now comes your Minhum is, you can just attach it together from them. Ulil amri minhum is all together. Okay, you can just, minhum is jar wal majrur, but is all together here with ulil amri. La alimahul lazina. What is happening here? La. What is happening here? This is the beginning of my jawabu shart, and jawabu shart is beginning with harf lam, la. Very well done. Alima. Alima. What is alima? Madin. Who is the doer? With huwa inside, the main mustatir huwa, should I look for an outside doer? Is there one? Very well done. Allazina is the outside doer. Who is maful bihi? Allazina is fi mahalli rafa because it is non-flexible. Now I'm going to call it fi mahalli raf'in. And after I found allazina, what should I look for after allazina? What kind of a word it is? What kind of an ism it is? Sila. Very well done. So where is my sila starting? It is starting from this word yastambitunahu. And where is it ending? Where is it ending? Is it ending in minhum? Can I say okay? Okay, now is it really minhum? Can I call minhum as silatul mawsul as well? Or but just keep in mind for now that this is the ending of your, this is ending of your jawabu shart. This is this is how your jawab is going to end. But I still, I will say, minhum may be something maybe late, connected to allazina, but we will talk about it later. But for now, for your practice, just remember that alimahul lazina yastambitunahu minhum is going to be your jawabu shart. Okay, is this clear to each and every one of you? Do we see any in this verse, in the verse number 83, do we see any other jumla shartiya, or yes or no? Tell me now, because you are going to guide me here. Okay, where is the adwatu shart? Very well done. If it was a fail here, will it still be adwatu shart? If there was a fail after laula, will it still be called adwatu shart? Very well done. What will be the name for it? Tahdeed. It is going to be written like this. Dod. Tahdeed. Okay, tahdeed. This is also a dod. Tahdeed. Okay, and because in your books, in your in your Arab books, you only see this word. Ard is not seen. This word is not seen. Mostly, you will only going to be seeing this word for urging. So just remember, don't forget this one. Okay, this one you should not forget. Is it clear? Okay, so fadlullahi alaykum, this we have done, and something like this we have done. So this is going to be your jumla. This is your shart. And what kind of jumla is this? Is this failure or ismiya? Think about it. Fadlullahi alaykum wa rahmatuhu. Remember, it's beginning with an ism. It's jumla ismiya with a khabar mahdhuf, hidden, not visible, not obvious, right? Fadlullahi was an idafa. Fadl was making mubtada. Alaykum mutaliq bil, you can call it mutaliq bil, wa rahmatuhu is going to be ma'tuf. And mawjudun is something that is assumed to be, hidden. So لأتبعتم الشيطان. What is happening now? لَاتَّبَعْتُمُ الشَّيْطَانَ. What is happening? It is a jawab shart. Barakallahu feek. What kind of jawab are we seeing here? Jumla failure. Who is the doer here? If I give you a word, ittaba'atum, who is the doer? Tum is the doer, which is ta is the ta'ul file is the doer, meme is for jama muzakkar, and ash-shaytana is going to be your ash-shaytana. Ash-shaytana is a mansoob ism, it's a detail. Who did you all follow? It is answering your who question, so it is going to be your maf'ul bihi, right? Yeah, easy. Okay. And illa is your harf istasna, and this is, I have not taught you this, but you should know that, it's everything is ending here. Your sentence is ending here. Illa is still to be, taught. So just call it harf istasna, and qalilan I'm going to, it's just mustasna word, but we'll look into the detail of it. It is going to be taught later, not in the next few weeks. Okay, it's not going to be something that is taught in the next few weeks. Is this clear so far? Okay, now I have 15 minutes, and I'm going to teach you one more thing, one more concept, and it's going to be an easy one, and then inshallah we'll practice some more. Okay, inshallah. So let's learn what I have for you today, for today's class, because so far we have only been reviewing what we have learned in the past, and let's see what we have for today. So you have learned all your jumla ismiyas, jumla shartiyas with different adwatu shart. Now you will see in Quran that there is a condition that is there without any adwatu shart. This happens when the condition is set by a command, or in English called failul amr. Okay, so if you sometimes see failul amr and the response is going to be majzoom, mudare majzoom after it, this also sets some kind of a condition. Okay, for example, if I tell you a sentence, study, you all study, you will pass. Does it sound like a conditional sentence? Yes or no? It does, right? You all study, and if I put an exclamation mark after it, what is this? Is this a command or a regular informative sentence? Adwatu shart. There is no adwatu shart in this. When you are going to see it, you will be clear on that then. Okay, so do you see it's a command or failul amr, right? Study is a command or failul amr. You will pass. What is this? Isn't it just like a jawab? If you do this, this will happen, right? You all study, you all work hard, you will master grammar. So you all work hard am I asking you to do something? Yes or no? Work hard, girls. You will master grammar, right? So what will happen as a response? What will happen? You will all master Nahu or your surf or whatever you are going to learn in future, right? You will master grammar, but for that you have to work hard. So grammatically, what you will see is your jawab is going to be always majzoom. What will be the status of jawab in this case? You will see mudare in its majzoom form. That is so important and crucial to know your mudare majzoom. That is why we spend so much time on how a majzoom is seen in Quran. What are the three ways of making a mudare majzoom? That is how important it is. You can now see the importance of knowing your basic basic grammar. So now let me ask you actually, wadmum, what do you think? Skip about, don't worry about wow. What do you think about this word? Amr, failul amr. Everyone got it? There is a sakoon at the end. There is a sakoon at the end. There is no alamatul mudare. No alamatul mudare, but my word is ending with sakoon. So it can be my failul amr. And it is failul amr. Who is the doer here? Who is the doer here? Every fail has a doer. You have to give me the doer. Second person singular, dual, or plural. Masculine, feminine, you have to give me that. It is singular. It is anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna. Give me that. It is masculine, singular. So it is anta, right? Anta is being asked to put his hand in his pocket. Okay? And this is Musa alayhi salam being asked by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, put your hand in your pocket. Okay? Wadmum yadaka. Yadaka is your, yada is your maful bihi. Ka is majroor bil idafa. It's connected. There's an idafa here. Ila janahik. You can call it mutalik bil, right? Mutalik bil fi'l. What do you see here? Takhruj. تخرج بيضاء من غير سوء. تخرج. تخرج. Isn't it Jawabul Amr? Making sense how, if you do this, then your hand will come out white. Does it make sense to you, my dear sisters? Is it easy or no? When you are reading your Quran and you see a word out of nowhere, the word is majzoom. The word is majzoom. And this was briefly explained to you, very briefly. I just went over it because we did not learn conditional sentences at that time, that, there will be a condition when you are going to see a mudare majzoom, and that happens after failul amr. Okay. Now, this also creates a Jawabul Amr condition. This is, not a condition, but isn't it like condition, very much like condition? Make sense or no? That you're, there is a condition here, vadmum. You have to put your hand in your pocket. It will come out white. If you don't do that, will it come out white? My dear sisters, what do you think? No, it's not going to come out white. No, there's a condition. Put your hand in your pocket. You have to put it in your pocket or around your chest or whatever, the janah. It can be, the upper part of the chest, and the also includes some lateral part as well. So just where your pockets are, put your hand there. It will come out white. Okay, how will it come out? It will come out white. Everyone with me so far? Now let me show you another example. قالوا ادعو لنا ربك. Ud'u. What do you think? What do you think about this word? Fi'lul amr. How do you identify it as an amr? What helped you identify it as an amr? But sakoon is not, there is no sakoon at the end. You are going to see sakoon. Very well done. Wow dropped. That is why, because the word was majzoom bihasfi harufil illa. There was no waw there, and there is hamzatul wasl at the beginning, and you don't see any alamatul mudare. So why is the waw dropping? Dal ain waw are going to be the dal ain waw were the root letters, and waw is not there, right? You cannot call it mudare majzoom because there is no sign of mudare before, right? You don't see any sign of mudare, but can you call it amr? Yes or no? They said, "Oh Musa, call for us, call upon your Rabb for us." Everyone, this is Hamzatul Wasl. This is another, I think, a writing that I took from Tanzeel. Therefore, it does not have a chopped sod on it, but all the, this is Hamzatul Wasl, and this is also Hamzatul Wasl. Okay, keep that in mind. So now, Ud'u lana rabbak. So this is commanding. They are asking Musa alayhi salam to call upon Musa alayhi salam's Rabb, our Rabb. Okay. Yubayyin. What do you see here? Yubayyin. It is Jawabut Talb. Can I call it Jawabut Talb or Jawabul Amr? Can I give this name to it? Because this is just in response to a condition that is set by Failul Amr or Failul Talb, can I call it Jawabul Talb instead? Jawabul Amr or Jawabul Talb? Because there is a demand, and in the beginning I told you, conditional sentences are not demanding anything from you, right? They're just informative sentences, right? In the last session or somewhere in the last or second to last session, I did tell you that. But here we do see a condition that is set up by Failul Amr. So therefore, the precise wording for jawab is going to be, instead of jawabu shart, we can call it jawabul amr, or we can call it jawabul talb. Everyone with me so far? Make sense or no? That way you will know that this is not the same way as my previous conditional sentences. In all your conditional sentences that you have seen before, what did you see? What did you learn? You have a tool, right? In all the conditional sentences, you have started with a tool of condition. Here, do you see a tool? Is there any advatu shart here, my dear sisters? There is no tool, so just treat it like jawabul amr or jawabul talb, okay? So now, yubayyin it mudare majzoom because it is jawabul talb or jawabul amr. Everyone, is this clear? Now the last example here on my slide, usluk yadaka fi jaybik takhruj baydaa. Again, failul amr, because of majzoom, fa'iluhu anta, yadaka maful bihi, fi jaybik is going to be mutalik bil fail, takhruj. Who is the doer in takhruj? It is jawabul talb. Very well done. Is it you will come out white or your hand will come out white? Is it anta or something? It will come out white, right? So it's it. So this it is hiya or anta. Now you have to pick between hiya or anta. So now tell me, what will you pick? It is going to be hiya. Why is hiya used? Why is hiya used here? Yad is muannas samai, right? Yad was muannas samai, hands are feminine. So therefore, takhruj, ta is for, is the damir mustatir here is hiya, right? Okay, if I ask you baydaa, what is this answering? Baydaa. Fihi? You mean to say maful fihi? Baydaa means white. How will it come out? How will your hand come out? It will come out white. Make sense or no? So this is answering your how question. So this is hal. This is going to be your hal. Okay, baydaa is your hal. Everyone, is this clear so far? Okay, so these are the, this is the end of whatever you need to know about your conditions. So let me ask you something about your review that you were supposed to do with me today. Okay, let's just do it. Who remembers what are the advatu shart that are going to be followed by an ism? Followed by an ism. After these advat, you are going to see an ism. One is very, we have done it very, recently. No, it is Idha is not followed by an ism. Idha is followed by fail, that is always translated as Idha is an ism itself, but is not followed by an ism. I'm asking about what is followed by. After it, you see an ism. After these advat, you are going to see ism, and one is lawla. Give me another one. Give me another one. And that is also, let me give you a clue. Yes, amma. Amma with a fatha. Amma is also going to be followed by an ism. Is ism after amma always going to be rough in status? Is ism after amma always going to be rough in status? That's a question. Yes or no? No, you can see ism after it in all three statuses. Remember, it is in your notes too, in your slides as well. It can be rough, nasb, or jar. فَأَمَّا الْيَتِيمَ فَلَا تَنْهَرْ فَأَمَّا السَّائِلَ فَلَا تَقْهَرْ. What is the status of as-sa'ila or al-yatima? Is it rough in status? فَأَمَّا بِنِعْمَةِ رَبِّكَ فَحَدِّثْ. Ni'mati. So yes, it is in all three statuses, right? You can see some in all three statuses. This was something tricky, so I wanted you to know this. So because when I was learning these words, these conditional statements, I was not, I never knew that these are all the conditional statements. So just by meaning, I would figure out, okay, this can be short, because there is no one book I can give you. Okay, go to this book, in this will have all your Vatu shart. Go to this book, and this will tell you all how you are going to label it. There is no such book yet. So you have to rely on my notes and whatever information I'm giving you. I'm also, I'm not creating it, I'm getting it from others resources, but it's not all at the same place. So that is what I'm trying to give you, but I'm trying to make sure that we get it all straightened out for us, so we know that this can be seen this like this, and this is going to be this when it is followed by an ism. This is going to be this when it is followed by a fail. Okay, after lawla you are going to see it in rough status. Yeah, you are going to use, because it's going to be mubtada with a khabar mahzoof, and you will see that in your note, because it is a mubtada with a khabar mahzoof. So mubtada is always what in status? Rough in status. Okay, or it can be sometimes something that can work as mubtada, and in that case as well, it's going to be rough in status. Always going to be rough in status after lawla, but after amma, nasb, fatha, or rough, nasb, jar. Okay, all three statuses are possible. So this was the first one. Okay, adwat that are ism. So that is something that we have gone over several times, so I don't want to spend more time on it. I only have 1 minute left. So okay, so what is, so if I give you a word, and we did it last time too, mata, something like that, mata, and mudare is marfu after it. If you see mata in Quran and you see mudare marfu after it, is it going to be adwatu shart? What do you think? Is it going to be adwatu shart if it is? Very well done. If mudare was seen, but it's marfu in status, no. Just like aina tazhabun, right? We just did it last week. So, my dear sisters, you have to, what we need to do is, you have a long break coming, right? So make sure you go back to the lectures, and you go back to at least your notes. If lecture is too much to go through, then at least go through my notes. Personally, I have gone to Stad Noman's lectures, I don't know how many times, 15, 20, but number never mattered. And now some other lectures, I've gone through them several times. But I will recommend that you do go through the notes and recorded lectures, so that you are clear. And if there is some confusion, something not understood, you can send those questions to us, and we can go over them in the class. For now, I'm going to end the class here. Inshallah, we will catch up next this coming Saturday, and inshallah we'll go from there. Okay, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Let me stop the recording.